Hey Kendra, can you hear me?
Did you get it figured out?
I don't know.
Oh.
Okay, Kendra can hear me. Okay, I'm gonna update everyone now.
You're good?
I also gave out the wrong Zoom key, so...
Oh.
Because it was for the Windows 7 Zoom key.
Okay. You're done?
Alright.
We're good?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, we're good. She'll figure it out.
I will talk to you in about...
Okay. Now we just gotta get Dave up in here. Open her. Copy URL. So how's everyone doing tonight? Good, good. Me too. It's been crazy trying to set this up tonight because I thought I finally had it figured out. And then we switched over to Windows 10 on this computer finally, so everything kind of got screwed up again. Hopefully headphones work this time as well. I'm hoping Dave can pop in here soon. I hope everything works. Oh look! It's Dave! Hi Dave! I don't know if I can hear you. It's been a bit of a technical difficulties night tonight, so. Hello, Dave? Can we hear you, Dave? Can you hear me, Dave? Hello? Can I hear anything? Oh no. Okay, my headphones are working. Check. Kendra can hear me. Check. Is your mic working, Dave? Can you hear me? This is fun. I'm glad we get together to do this. Well, while we're figuring out what's happening with Dave, I guess. Let me figure out what's going on with me. And what's going on in the world of Weird Al Yankovic. I'm having to use a different program too to stream. So everything else is it's all a big old thing. I don't even know what's happening anymore. I can't hear Dave. I don't know if he can hear me. I don't know what's happening. Dave messaged me. I can't see anything. You can't hear me? Why can't you hear me? Can you hear me now? In the future, we shall do this like half an hour before the stream is supposed to start. Then the streams will be better. is this not working? Hey, Dave can't hear me,
Dave can't hear you.
but Kendra can hear me.
Where's your audio on screen audio?
My on-screen audio?
Can you hear him?
No, but he also hasn't spoken yet.
Oh. Can he see you?
He can see me.
Well, have him talk.
And you talk. You talk. No, I don't hear him.
No. Check your. Where's those little bars that show your audio? Yeah.
These?
Mm-hmm. Is that on?
It's on.
Cause that's.
It was on. Device default. Headphones. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I guess. That's supposed to be.
But that
him.
wouldn't be why he can't hear me.
Should be.
This is a fun stream.
Well, we usually do a separate.
I know, I was
Test
saying, like, we
instead
should
of
start,
waiting
like,
till the
30
show.
minutes beforehand and then figure it all out so that...
Yeah.
Is that
Disabled.
disabled? Desktop audio device.
Why is it disabled?
2, it's number 2.
Oh, that's if you have more than one, I guess. What are your options on desktop audio? It was on default before?
Yeah, it was on default. But it's not, I can hear everything else happening in this.
Can people in the audience hear you?
It's just Zoom that's not working.
Can people in the audience hear you?
Yeah, Kendra can
Is
hear
he-
me.
Okay, he's not muted. He
He's
can't
not
hear
hearing.
you.
He can't hear me.
Is he
I'm not
plugged-
muted.
Is it plugged in? Is the audience hearing you?
He has earbuds in. I mean, you know, it's good that we're streaming this. That way, when we figure it all out, we won't repeat our past mistakes.
Yeah, well,
Is it because of the headphones? Is it because of the headphones? Should
be
I have
okay.
it, like, through the speakers? Can I hear? Is it because of the headphones?
Because I hear
Yeah,
you.
see, it's playing on the
The
stream.
audience can hear you.
Yeah, they can hear me.
So something's wrong with his audio.
I know.
His headphones don't
His
work.
headphones.
His headphones don't work, or the headphone jack on his computer doesn't work. Something's not working for him on his end. Can he hear other things?
Hello?
So he
No,
may
because
need,
I can't hear him from his mic either.
he may need to change the settings on his computer as to where the sound is going, right? Like you did.
Uh-huh. The audio settings?
Yeah.
You can hear me on YouTube, but there's a delay on that.
That means your audio's working. It's his
Yeah.
that's not.
I can't hear on Zoom. Yeah. I can't hear. So there's something happening with Zoom.
He can't hear you on Zoom.
Yeah, he can't hear me on Zoom.
But Kendra, where's she at?
She's watching on the stream.
So she's hearing you on YouTube, but
Yes.
not on Zoom.
Right.
I guess you're gonna have to relaunch Zoom. But then you're gonna lose your stream again.
I know.
Look at your Zoom, settings. speaker. Test speaker and microphone.
The speaker and microphone.
Okay, so that's
I hear a
working.
ringtone, yes. Speak and
Yes.
pause. Do you hear a replay? Yes, I do. Speaker and microphone looks good. Finish.
And you reloaded Zoom onto Windows 10?
Yeah.
Just check your settings again. Your audio settings.
My audio settings. Okay.
Because he can see you, right?
He can see me. Test mic. Hello.
Got
Yeah, it's
green on it.
working on there.
That's me.
Hello. No, that's the right mic.
Yeah, it's
Green.
working on there.
I don't know why it's working here, but it's not working here. This isn't a Weird Al live stream anymore. This is just the Zoom technical difficulties figuring out live stream now, which is helpful in other ways, but not quite what people came to see.
Try advanced.
Advanced features. Enable advanced features. I think that's not going to be it.
Nope. It's
No,
not.
that's not going to be it. Ay, 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 ay. What are we to do? Can we call up like
I would-
Zoom technical
I
support
would
over
I
here?
would restart Zoom.
Restart Zoom.
That's what I would try.
What do you mean by restart? Just close it?
Yeah, close the meeting and then restart it.
Okay. I don't know if that's gonna work.
I don't know either.
Because
But
you're
this
supposed to start Zoom before
isn't working,
the
so-
stream thing
I
too.
know, but
So
this isn't working, so
so what are we supposed to do with that?
then you just start over.
Okay.
I mean, we've done everything we can do.
Okay. So we're gonna try restarting Zoom and starting the stream over again.
If the stream fails,
If the stream fails once
start
Zoom
that.
is restarted.
Yeah.
To see if that does anything. And we'll be right back. Alright. So I'm back at least. Can you hear me, Kendra? Wait, now it's a different meeting ID. Why is it always a different meeting ID?
because you don't have an account. Did you make an account?
No, I made an account. Thank you, Kendra. Thank you for hearing me. I love you.
Still working.
The last time what I did was I made it be like, oh, start the stream with the same stream key every time. Somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, not the stream, but the Zoom.
Right.
I don't know why it does a different one every time. I don't know where that checkbox is either. Dave's back. Can you hear me now, Dave? Maybe? No? Yes? No. I don't think you can hear me still. I hear him. I hear Dave. I hear
He
Dave.
doesn't have his headset.
All right, I'm not gonna touch anything. I can hear you on YouTube.
Okay.
Can he hear you?
He can hear me,
Okay. and
but
you
he
can
doesn't
hear
have
him.
headphones in. But he can hear me on the YouTube.
Wait, no, I hear you on Zoom now.
Oh, you hear me on Zoom now? Okay. So
Try the headphones again.
so maybe try the headphones again? Fingers crossed. Ooh. Ooh.
Now talk to him.
Can you still hear me? Awesome. Okay. But he got very quiet because I think the headphones have their own mic, maybe.
Oh.
Well, if you heard,
Well, try it without the headphones unless you start getting a reverb and then you'll have to go
Okay.
back to the headphones.
Okay.
That's about all you can do.
Okay.
Say hi, Papa.
Thank you. All right. Now, half an hour into the stream, we can finally start.
cut out the first half hour when you post this.
All right. So, Kendra, for you today, we have prepared at least 30 minutes of a live stream now. We would like to begin with This Week in Weird Al with a recap. Firstly, it was like last Friday, right? Al did a speech at Lynn's star ceremony. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, Al's first time, well, maybe not his first time, but Al's return to Hollywood Boulevard.
Mm-hmm. With a very long speech. He had the longest speech of the day.
Yeah, it was. I was wondering how Leron, I believe that's his name, or is that Stir, was going to react to Al coming back, because Al did throw a few jabs at the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce during his acceptance speech, which was appropriate. So I was wondering if they were actually going to allow him to come back, and it's nice that they did. They have a sense of humor about the whole.
Well, it's good they did, because him and Lynn are like this right now, so I don't know if Lynn would have went if Al didn't go.
Yeah, it's probably imagine like explain that to Lynn. No, you can't have the guy you want to speak at your ceremony.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then I won't go.
It's also pretty cool. I know this is not related to Al, but I was a little surprised to see Rita Moreno, because she really wasn't advertised. It was in Hamilton. I know I'm the only person in the world, so I don't. But it was one of the actresses from Hamilton that was supposed to speak at the ceremony, but it was like, hey, sure.
Yeah, I forgot about that. She was supposed to be there, wasn't she? Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Al called Lynn, outside of his immediate family, the best human. Now, how do we feel about that? Because now we're not the best humans.
We're not the best human? Why not?
Well, because Lynn is. Lynn's the best human. I don't disagree, but... Alright. Lynn did seem to enjoy Al's speech very much. He got very emotional.
It was kind of cool to see Lynn. and he said something like his son was sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of cool. It was like interesting because it was a bit further down the street from where Al's was, but you know it's kind of interesting how like the setup was almost the same. You know, they kind of had sideways on the sidewalk instead of looking out towards the out, and then Rita started. She's like, "I'm just gonna turn to the crowd."
Right.
And then you know Al spoke to the cameras and everything, but I turned to the crowd too.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's weird that they set it up that way. Like they exclude a whole section of the audience there. Yeah. But like they could put it at the
kind of interesting because like some of the the way that it was set up, even at Al's ceremony, is that some of the fans, were closer to Al than some of his invited behind him.
Yeah.
Like I think I was pretty close, but the band was even probably further away than a lot of the fans who just showed up at and walked for over that day. So it's kind of like I don't know if that's necessarily being in that section was the best spot for the band. But they were there, it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. There were also 2 new tour dates announced. They weren't the ones I was expecting, though. I was expecting something different.
What were you expecting?
Was it already? I don't know. Rhymes with Pollywood Hole. I don't know. I feel like I'm out of the loop or something, because maybe it was already announced, because people were talking about it on Wowway or something. I don't even know.
Well, I mean, the last time he was at the Hollywood Bowl, he did it with the what they were talking about.
Probably
a future one. I'm sure Al wouldn't mind going back there, but
Well, the ones that were announced were August 18th, Airway Heights in Washington, WA, I think, and August 27th in St. Paul, Minnesota.
August 27th, that's the anniversary. And
that's true.
And yeah, that Washington one's kind of interesting because I'm actually planning to go to the other Washington shows out there and British Columbia shows, right? So I saw that, and actually I didn't see some Ethan texted me some things. He's like, "Hey, I guess we're going to this other show too," because he's coming out there with me, and I'm like, and then we looked at where it was, and it's like all the way on the other side of Washington, which it was like a 4-hour drive or so. And we're like, ooh, well,
road trip.
So I don't know when tickets go on sale that, but we got to figure that one out, whether or not I'm actually going to go to that one. I think probably leaning for not going to that one, just so I can kind of do some sightseeing while I'm out there. Like I know how close Seattle is, but that was cool to see that, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I maybe I can go to that. So I don't know if I am or not. But I was also like, well, why are you announcing these dates all the way out in Washington when you could just announce it in New Jersey and I would go?
Or maybe like Albuquerque or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, I guess somebody said there's one more date left for them to announce, so I'm hoping New Jersey, but hey, anywhere.
Aren't there like 7 New Jersey days or something? I don't know.
There are no New Jersey dates.
Oh wow, that seems like a first.
No, I have to. Yeah, it seems like it's. I don't know. I'd have to look through the archives and see if there actually was another tour that never hit New Jersey. But it seems the closest one is in New York City. To me, is in New York City. Is in Queens, which is it looks close on a map, but it's kind of hard to get.
Mm.
You're in New York City. It's kind of not the easiest one to get to, but let's go, of course, that one. And then the other one that's close on the turnpike from me, it's close as in a couple hours drive, is in Philadelphia.
Mm.
But yeah, so those are the closest. Depending on Philadelphia and Queens are both close to New Jersey, depending on where in New Jersey you are. But there is nothing in New Jersey, at least unless he's holding back in New Jersey, they just don't.
There was one recent tour, it was like Mandatory Fun, I think, where there weren't really any East Coast dates at all, like Upper East Coast, and people were like freaking out because, but then like later there were dates added, but so at least he's going to the East Coast at all. It kind of depends on like orchestras and everything this time around too, so.
Yeah, I guess he's got to go where there's an orchestra that's willing to do this, and also that they're not booked on something else. So I guess it is kind of a and give them all the music to learn and all that, and then, make sure they're not booked for other events. Venues that can actually house an entire orchestra, and
it's a bit tricky.
Interesting. I know a few of them were kind of outside venues, which should kind of be. Just some of the other venues I noticed were kind of.
Was there one at a zoo, or am I making that up? I think. Right? You could do Peter and the Wolf at that point.
I was thinking Jerry Springer, that goat doesn't love you, and he could just bring out the goat.
Meh. I don't think I will be making it to the newly announced shows for what it's worth.
Yeah, like I have the possibility of making this at Washington, but kind of
out of the way.
And the trip out there around without there being that dated news.
Oh, did you see him slip at the Mary Poppins premiere?
I did.
You did?
I did. I did, and I have to plug in my laptop because I'm running low on battery. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So.
Well, Kendra, have you seen him? Did you see him slip at the Mary Poppins premiere? Let me see if I can. Oh my gosh. This is wrong, but. It's loading.
All right, man. So, your big day's tomorrow? Oh, wow. Was that me? Did I jinx that? I don't know. Okay. Your big day's tomorrow, right?
One of my big days.
One of your big days, not the big. Are you prepared? Do you have a? Was that tomorrow? Oh, your big day's tomorrow? Oh, wow.
To the rescue.
Did I jinx that? Your big day's tomorrow? Oh, wow.
Slippery sidewalk. Yikes. Yikes. So that was, that was at the Mary Poppins premiere there. Weird Al showed up to the Mary Poppins Returns premiere hoping for an uplifting night, but almost went down really hard. That's what it says. Hello, Dave?
Alright, I'm back.
Alright.
Oh.
Yes, I can still hear you.
Alright, yeah, laptop died. Sorry about that.
That's alright.
It's not like we haven't had any technical
Yeah, you know.
So why not?
Just add that on. So...
Oh, we're talking about Mary Poppins, or are you done with that?
No, we're still talking about that.
Yes. I did see that, and it was interesting about that. Yeah, I was kind of... I don't know if that reporter kind of overreacted, like, you know, oh, Weird Al slips, oh no, major conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
It was just like, you know, he slipped. It was like, wasn't even like, if the reporter didn't point it out, you wouldn't even notice, you know?
It was like the wet marble. I don't know what that is, but the stars sidewalk thing. And so, of course, he's like going to slip if he's not watching where he's going. Good thing his wife was there to catch him. So beautiful. Relationship goals.
Yeah, so yeah, and then it was kind of like I don't even know if that was. Oh, everything celebrities do is exciting.
Right. It's not really newsworthy. It's just a thing that happened.
Yeah. So I'm sure Al's career will recover from that slip. So, if you watch.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention while we were talking about the tour. Everyone knows Ben Schwartz, right? Ben Schwartz, Jean-Ralphio from Parks and Rec. If you've watched that. Kendra, help me out here. Weird Al trips! But anyway, he was doing a Q&A on Twitter. I asked him if he was going to the Strings Attached tour, and he said, perhaps! All I know is it will be amazing. So there you go, that YNN exclusive interview with Ben Schwartz, who apparently no one else but me knows, so... Hot!
Is Ben Schwartz related to John Schwartz at all?
I mean, we might have to ask them. So this Star Talk interview, I don't really know a lot about it. You were telling me about it, Dave. What's that all about?
I know about as much as I do that. No, it's I guess I saw on Huawei something about that Al was interviewed with Neil deGrasse Tyson. But it was supposed to air. Oh, National Geographic Channel. That's it. And it was supposed to air on, I believe, December 10th. You know, it's only 5 days away.
Mm-hmm.
Neil's kind of,
Yeah.
Neil has some accusations going on against him. I think that it sounds like that they're going to let kind of play out first and see what there's accusations, so who knows what's. I think that just to play it safe, it looks like maybe National Geographic Channel's kind of just not running any new shows until, and so may or may not still be on the schedule. So if you tune in to watch it, you may or may not see Al. I don't know what's going on with that. So just a heads up that's out there, and it might be delayed, just due to the current situation. what's kind of interesting about that is that with some of these accusations are still to be proven on a lot of these. With that kind of stuff, it's always kind of interesting that Al's name is. He's such a clean guy that he's never even people are like, well, hey, out of all the celebrities, Al's clean. So it's kind of cool, that, and you can tell from.
See, I think there's an easy fix to this whole interview thing. If they just like cut out the Neil deGrasse Tyson parts and do it like an Al TV sort of thing, except not funny. But like just replace it with some other guy, then you could still have the Al interview when it's just some other guy.
Why don't they just replace it with Al?
Just have Al interviewing himself. That's perfect. And everyone else.
Cut it up and he can make it into an Al TV segment.
Even better, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of kind of be interesting to see Al, as kind of like maybe a talk show host and see what kind of wacky questions he can come up with his guests. And I would wonder how long that would last before he would just taking them and then editing in funny questions into whatever the celebrity answers for the real question. Al asks some serious questions, brings them in as if they're seriously going to be answering these questions, and then he kind of goes.
He should do something like that again. It's been a while. Like Face to Face was the last thing, and that was like 2011 or something.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of an interesting point to that. Is that with this new tour coming out, it's back to a lot of videos and what is there going to be any new video footage out there? That he's going to add video clips. If he's going back to costumes, he's going to have some way to entertain. Version of Al TV, or like you said, the face-to-face interviews type of.
I know. What about like new parodies and stuff? Have you heard of the Ariana Grande "Thank You Next" song, and also the music video? It's just been very widely talked about. There's a whole lot of stuff around it, and the music video is very like involved. So I feel like it would almost be like a good parody target in a way.
Parody target for Al?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
When you think about it, right? The other than these couple one-off things, the Hamilton polka, the thing we did with those one-off stuff, he really hasn't had anything new out since 2014, right?
Yeah.
So, that's 4 years, up on 5 years, next year for the tour. I know he said he's not he doesn't want to do traditional album, CD, go to the store, buy something anymore. But does that mean that he doesn't still have ideas for originals? And that he's putting together enough to maybe put. And what he's doing and hasn't looked at any of that stuff yet. Probably got something, written in his notebook that he's ready to, that he's either recorded and hasn't told people about. Tour coming up, you could certainly you could certainly do a new parody or two in there. You could definitely
If he did new songs for this tour, would they be like classical based to fit with the orchestra?
Here's an interesting idea. I guess you could polka-fy Bach or something.
Right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking more just like, regular pop music, top 40 stuff that he could do and, just kind of poke. Hey, why not? Sure. What? Classical music. He's got an orchestra.
Right?
I'll take advantage of it.
This is the time.
Next time you're going to tour with an orchestra, Al. Really?
He'll figure it out. What is the next tour, if not... Like, it's been so wildly different from each other so far. It's been the Vanity tour, like, so stripped down, and then now it's strings attached, and it's like everything and then more.
It's polar opposites. It's like, all right, we're going to tour with just, 5 guys in a stool, 5 stools,
Mm-hmm.
and now we're going to tour with an entire orchestra and costumes and video screens and
backup singers and
backup sing. Yeah, that's right. This is like the first time he's really had backup singers with him. That's
pretty neat. I almost said backup dancers too, but I mean that'd be pretty cool too.
Yeah, well, backup dancers. I mean, obviously he had those for like Nirvana, but they were local talent. That would come in for one show or 2 shows were close by at a time. These are professional singers that are touring, with Al,
Mm-hmm.
on the tour bus going from city to city, with Al. And one of them, of course, is Lisa Popeil. It's like, well, hey, it's like, you gotta take advantage of that,
Mm-hmm.
Doing Mr.
Obviously.
Yeah, so that's a new twist to everything too. That just having, back.
I know.
So it's like, yeah, you're right. It's like it's going from a tour where it's as little as possible, going along, and then sounds like, all right, let's just see how many people we can fit on the stage
before we all fall through it. Are they all female background singers too?
Yeah, I believe that there were 3 female.
That's interesting too, to have like female voices in Al shows. I mean, you don't normally get that.
That's true too, right? I mean, other than like the one, I guess the one or 2 times that really hasn't any female, singers that.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the one-off things that he did and things like that, but for a tour, yeah, this is kind of it opens up another duet. Who's
I need a nap.
I was just thinking about. I don't know how many people really kind of know this or not, but first tour on the first tour date with Running the Scissors, we had background dancers for "It's All About the Pentiums." So that, and it was the same. The 2 same women who did the Nirvana cheerleaders, but they were also dancers to "It's All About the Pentiums." But then I guess he cut that after like that one show because it was just too much. It was too much for like the hours before the show. So it was a little bit too much, and he just but it was kind of interesting to actually for that show to actually be like, oh, this is cool, and then it's like, oh, and they went away, and it was like, well, what happened? Like that.
You got your own individual experience that way. On a tour that you wouldn't expect that on back then. Back when all the shows were pretty much the same.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, back there. That's kind of interesting too. I'm kind of curious if with this new tour, if it lends itself to having different shows every night or not. Traveling with costumes, obviously it sounds like he's got songs picked out. Are songs that is he going to bring more costumes than he needs per night, and he's going to. It's kind of interesting, how much of stuff is he going to take over from the ill-advised Vanity tour, of arrange music for an entire orchestra, so it's not like you can just do that fly type of thing, but songs more than he needed per concert, he could give certain songs to certain orchestras and just kind of build this set.
Since they're all different orchestras and everything, yeah.
Orchestras, so whether he's got songs, or if he just gives them. I'm wondering if it could also go back to a little bit how it was on some of the more recent, tours where he kind of maybe he swaps one or two songs out each night, but then once it gets to the point where it's closer to where the medley is and all the bigger hits are coming out. This is speculation, and there's so exciting.
I know.
We don't know what's going to happen, and we're not going to find out then.
I'm kind of just good with whatever happens. I'm like, I just want to see the show.
That's true too. Just be great to be back out there and see now and seeing. I mean, I love the Unplugged tour. That was probably my favorite tour. But I'll back out there doing what he does. That's what he's, that's what he's known for, the multimedia, the tours and everything,
This is the one you can bring people to.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It was kind of funny because you said that, because I was thinking the same thing. That's one of my cousins. We were going up. He lives up in Ithaca, and he's like, "I want to go to a show with you." And Al played Ithaca, for the Vanity tour. And I'm like, well, this is perfect, like he's coming to your description. This is kind of for the really, the people who really know my songs well, and I'm not going to do any. My cousin was like, "Is this really the best tour for me to see?" And I was like, "Sadly, probably not." I need to wait. So he didn't get to see Al, but now if Al comes back to that area, it's like, well, now you got to go, because now he's going to be. He knows the hits, like actual fan. He just really knows the hits, and he knows. So that's kind of what I think Al mostly builds his concert set list too, the casual thing, which he should do.
Yeah.
And the Vanity tour was a nice shout out to his fans that have been loyal to him. really want to hear some of the deep cuts. But more successful than Al thought it would be, but it was definitely Al was taking a chance on that one. Go back to what makes what Al's familiar with and what makes him the money, you know.
Well, it is after 8, but we did spend the first half hour of the stream with technical stuff. So it's up to you if you want to stay. But if you do want to stay, then we can move on to the showing stuff off.
I mean, I got a little bit of time. I can hang out. I still have to cook dinner.
Oh yeah, eating's important too, I guess. If you're into that.
But I mean, into that. I love eating. No. Yeah. I mean, I have some stuff that I pulled out that I was gonna show off. So let me just grab that.
Mukbang Tour 2020. Kendra.
I kind of have some options here. You know, I'll let you decide. So I have some stuff I could kind of show off. I also have some stuff that I don't even really know what it is because I just got it in the mail today. That I can kind of open up. You know. Of 1984, you know, with this tabloid, you know, with Al on the cover, and it's got a like 3 or 4 page interview and because it's kind of interesting to read some of these older interviews with Al because this, you know, this is obviously after you know, in 3D came out, you know, the edict, and he's just starting to get, you know, a little bit of that fame and that recognition, you know, but he's still you know, living this, you know, I still live in an apartment. You know, I'm still trying to make ends meet type of thing. So that's kind of interesting to listen to hear Al's, you know, early out, and he's going to be, you know, a huge success. You know, also brought down Apocalypse.
Yeah.
I know. Which for some reason, you know, a lot of people either haven't seen it or familiar with it. So I just thought, you know, for whatever reason, you know, a lot of times you'll see things come up on eBay, and I like almost never see that. May not have seen it, so I thought, those are your options. What do you want?
Oh, I thought you just showed them there.
Oh no, I was going to go on in a little more detail.
Well, you know what? I think
I can open up stuff, and you can find out what's in there.
Oh.
I can go through this interview, or I can go through this package, and we can save since we ran a little. We're running over now, and we started a little late. We can save some of this for next time.
Well, the thing is, that all sounds like really interesting, and I feel like it would take a lot longer time than we have right now. So maybe it's best if we just save it all of that for next week. What do you think?
I'll save that stuff for next week. I'm gonna see what.
Okay. Let's see what this is. Next week, Kendra, you will have to wait. You'll have to come back next week for that.
All right. Yeah. So that's, I guess that's teaser for next week. That stuff going. Yeah. All right. We'll wait till next week. That's fine.
Okay. have a reason to come back next week.
Assuming we can figure it out.
Right.
How to,
We'll have
how
to
get
start
things
this
going.
earlier than the stream is supposed to start next time. Okay. Well, thank you for coming, Kendra. I think you're the only person who did. Good thing this is being recorded so people can watch 30 minutes of us trying to figure out how to stream and then some interesting stuff.
Start the video at 9:30.
I still don't quite know how to end these, except just like saying goodbye, I guess.
All right. Well.
All right. Thank you for coming, Dave. Thank you for coming, Kendra. Thank you for anyone who's watching, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye. Goodbye.